What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I know this is going to be a long video just to start off, so I'm going to try to keep this intro as short as I can. First and foremost, this is going to be a top 10 video. It is not going to be in any particular order, but it is categorized into 4 different slots, which we will get into. So they kind of fall into those lines. Again, they are not ranked. To start off, in the back here, we are burning this candle here called Cowboy Kush, which I absolutely love. It is from the brand Cowboy Smells, and the ingredients are there, but it's suede, saffron, what else is in here? Labdanum, cannabis leaf, tonka, raspberry, and patchouli. So really, really beautiful scent. Does smell like straight up cannabis and dirt. Highly recommend if you are into kush like smells. Highly enjoy this. I haven't burned it in a while, but it's the time to do it. Number 2, one of my subscribers, Antonio, wanted to see this in the back here, and it's fitting as well because it's part of the theme today. So today we're doing top 10 Cowboy scents. So here's this little art piece that I have. It's just a small skull of a bull or some type of cow. Can't really get it in focus, but the back of it's pretty nice too. Got the teeth there. Just a really nice piece, nice matte finish on it. So I'll put that back here, and we'll let the candle burn as well. So to start off, I grew up on a ranch with my dad, or we would go to ranches and I would help him out and stuff. So I do have a little bit of ranch experience, but I'm a city kid now. I don't do those things anymore, but my dad still does. So quick runner-up fragrances that my dad wears. My dad is Cowboy. I got a lot of family members that are cowboys, and I kind of, hang out with a lot of them. So my dad's fragrances that he wears are Creed Aventus. We also have Dior's Oud Ispahan. He absolutely loves that one. And his newest purchase, or my mom purchased for him, was this one called King Barara from, I'm assuming the house is called Barara, but that one's a really, really good cheapie. I highly enjoy that one as well. Super long lasting and masculine. So those are the 3 that he wears. This list is of my own. These are what I would think a cowboy would wear. And we will start off with the first category. So the first category is the modern cowboy. And in this category I have 2. The first one's going to be Frederic Malle's French Lover. Most of these fragrances in this video are going to have very similar notes. They're going to be green, they're going to be woody, they're going to be highly masculine. So this is French Lover. Top notes are galbanum and spices. Middle notes are angelica, cedar, incense. And at the base you have vetiver, oak moss, and white musk. This is an absolute beautiful fragrance. My only downside of this is that it doesn't last more than 3 hours, unfortunately for me. But it is really fun. It's really deep, rich, very woody, deep in the woods, very dry as well. Highly enjoy this one. So that's my first fragrance into the modern cowboy. Highly recommend this. Actually, highly recommend you smell this, at least to test it out. I can't recommend it to buy just because of performance issues, but if you can snag a deal on it, or if you can get a decant, do that. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 in this category is Dries Van Noten's Cannabis Patchouli. Top notes of this are bergamot and cedar. cedar needles. Middle notes are sage, patchouli, and incense. And at the base you have vetiver and musk. So very similar notes on paper as this one over here. But this one is very cannabis forward. Very green, very woody, but in a nice refined tone that is very easy to wear. I bought this on launch day maybe 2 years ago when Dries launched his fragrance line. I enjoy wearing this one. It's really, really fun. Very linear though, but it is an easy wear. Very masculine. Again, I can't recommend this at full price. I did pay full retail price for it and I don't regret it, but you can find other options out there for cheaper. But if you can snag this on a deal, hop on it, especially if you like woody fragrances. You got green, you got woods. Can't go wrong with that, especially if you like that scent profile, right? So that wraps up the first category of modern cowboy. Very sleek, very refined. Next category is a fun one. So this category is going to be what I titled rugged cowboy. So this one's going to be a lot more dirty, a lot more rough, textured type of cowboy, right? Gets their hands dirty all the time, a little bit sweaty, things like that. And before I even pull out this next bottle, I can just smell it from, it's sealed too. Like I haven't even pulled the top off, but I can smell it. There must be some bit of it off the top here that I'm smelling. But this is Dias and Durga's Amber Kiso, one of my favorite ambers of all time. Super, super strong. One of the strongest fragrances I've ever smelled. Very polarizing as well. This one's top notes are incense. So again, we have some incense. We have cypress, cedar. In the middle note, we have maple, iris, patchouli. And at the base, you have leather, hinoki, and moss. So this one's inspiration came from a Japanese temple in I believe the Hinoki woods or somewhere around there. So you have those incense burning, the maple from the trees. This is a very, very well done composition. It can be unwearable for most people. It is very, very dense. I've had this bottle for years now, and I still have this much left. I don't wear it frequently. I actually just sent Fragrance Journey 3 mils of this. So that's where a little bit of the dent comes from, but a little bit of this will last you a very, very long time. Highly recommend you getting a decant of this, especially if you like leather. The leather in this is very, very smooth. The maple in there is very beautiful, super smooth amber. Just an excellent composition from the brand. I don't know how well this performs. I have tried their Amber Teutonic as well. I like that one too, but this is Amber Kiso, really nice juice. That's kind of how it smells, that just gold touch to it. Nice rugged cowboy scent right there. A little goes a long way for that one. Number 2 in this lineup is going to be, again, these are in no particular order, but can't have rugged without having some leather and without having some oud. So this is Dior's Leather Oud. Top notes for this are bergamot. Middle notes are cardamom, clove, geranium, and jasmine. At the base you have leather, oud, smoke, birch, patchouli, amberwood, sandalwood, and sand. So another beautiful, beautiful composition. One of the best from the Dior line, in my opinion. From the Privé line. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's discontinued or if it's only available overseas, but this is just a beautiful composition. Very petrol-like, very gasoline. This does remind me of Dior's Fahrenheit. I've mentioned that several times. I have a full video on this, so if you want to hear my thoughts on this, at least my thoughts 2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago, 1 year ago. But just a really, really beautiful, rich, elegant fragrance. You can definitely dress this up if you need to, but this is a rugged scent. But it does have that Dior cleanness to it that can be dressed up as well, right? Yeah, easy to put on for me. I love this. I still have a lot, fortunately. I was decanting this at one point, but then I realized I should not do that, especially for this one. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep this video short, just because we're already at the 11-minute mark and we still got half to go. This next fragrance is one of my favorite fragrances of all time, I'd like to say. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I absolutely love this. And I forgot what I said about this, but I said something about perfumery, like this is perfect to me. Hits all my boxes, all my checks. Creativity, uniqueness, very, very pleasant. The opening of this is perfection. I love it. But this is Les Abstraits de Cendres 2023 release of last January. So I got this a year ago. I think it's about to be like a year anniversary actually. On the, is it the 19th? Is that today? Or the 21st? Somewhere around there? 23rd? Anywho, top notes are pine tar, galbanum, mint. You got birch tar and clove as well. And in the middle you have leather, violet leaf, tuberose. And at the base are oak moss, hyrax, patchouli, and vetiver. So this is a very, very hyper masculine fragrance. Performance is phenomenal. Projection is phenomenal. And just the whole scent profile of this is incredible. Like I said, most of these back here all sound the same on paper, but somehow they're all different, right? And this is no exception to that. This is very ashy, very dry. A little bit of incense feel to there as well. Just a really, really beautiful composition. I have a full video on this as well if you would like to check that out. Order a sample from Les Abstraits if you need to. I believe Eugene is sending out 2 ml samples. You buy a sample and then type in the code free for free worldwide shipping, I believe, while supplies last. So there is De Cendres, one of my favorites again from all time. Highly enjoy that one. All right, so that rounds up the rugged cowboy category. Next, we're gonna go a little bit elevated. This is for the date night cowboy. So this is for someone who still wants that rugged texture, but wants a little bit of class added to their, something that won't offend, something that you want to impress with. And no better thing to lead it up with than with Chanel Sycamore. So Sycamore I used to not like, but I love it now. This is a vetiver fragrance, through and through, one of the best according to everyone. So for this one you have vetiver, cypress, juniper, sandalwood, spices, pink pepper, tobacco, aldehydes, and violet. So this is the EDP version. I don't have the EDT. They stopped making it, so I've only ever smelled this one, but this is a really good composition as well. Very green, a little slightly bright. Aldehydes lifted up a little bit, but it is still very dark and rich. And the vetiver and the cypress just work really, really well together. dry, woody fragrance. What more can I say? Sample this if you have not. I'm gonna say that a lot for a lot of these. If you've never smelled any of these, or you just really want a nice masculine fragrance, don't let the title deceive you that this isn't, just for cowboys, obviously. But if you're looking for masculine fragrances, rich, woody fragrances that will make you stand out, apart from all the other recommendations that y'all are getting, take a look at all these that I'm mentioning. Next, we're gonna go with something that I just got last night, actually. I've worn it twice now. I wore it last night as soon as I opened my package, and wore it this morning as well, making breakfast. But this is another classy fragrance, very easy to wear. This is Terre d'Hermès Parfum, so the pure parfum version. Just got this last night. I'm really, really excited to wear it. Got that nice little twist top there. When was this released? 2009, 2011, the parfum at least. But top notes for this are orange and grapefruit. The middle note, you have flint, so you get that fiery mid note, very dry, ashy. And then you have your base, which is woodsy notes, oak moss and benzoin. So this is designer per se, designer fragrance that made it to the video, because this is classic. You can't go wrong with this. You can throw 30 sprays of this. You won't offend anybody, or you might, I have no idea. But really excited to wear this. I know Bobby Dior loves this, so I bought it based on his recommendation. I've smelled it throughout the stores, throughout the past couple of years, but for some reason I never picked it up. Maybe because I, had already French Lover behind here, which I was like, why do I need anything else? But you do, this has that slight citrus notes up top. You have that orange and that grapefruit that kind of just uplift it a little bit, give you a little bit of crisp to your woods and your heavy base. So it's a very well-rounded masculine fragrance, easily accessible, I think. I've only tried the parfum version, so this is the only version I have. I can't speak to any of the others, but we went straight for the parfum. Tends to be a theme for me. I'm going straight for the extracts for a bunch of fragrances as well. So that's Terre d'Hermès Parfum. And the third and final fragrance for this date night fragrance is gonna be another special fragrance that I got recently. And this is Royal Oud Millésime from Creed. So this is a special one as well. So again, pink pepper. Pink pepper has been a big theme in all of these behind me. You have lemon and bergamot, so another bright top note. And in the middle you have cedar, angelica, galbanum. Base, you have sandalwood, agarwood, and musk. This was, I believe, 2011 release. Perfumer just got released recently, so Julian Raskin helped Olivier Creed, I think it's Olivier, launched this fragrance back in the day. And I have not smelled the non-millésime version, but I'm reviewing this one. This one's really, really beautiful composition, very classy and elegant, woody. Just a really, really great masculine fragrance. This might be my top recommendation for date night. Although these two in the back are really, really, I keep saying really, really, but highly recommend. Let's leave it at that. And that is Royal Oud Millésime to round up my date night category. And the last one, we have two special ones. These didn't really fit the woody theme back here, but I did want to add a little bit more niche to this lineup. So category I came up with was the experimental cowboy. So someone who likes to stand out above the rest, but still retain that very hyper masculine, rugged texture, refined. So this kind of combines all of the other three categories into one. First, we'll start off with Les Indemudables Ambre Supreme, or Ambre Supreme, however you want to say it. Amber is not amber as amber Kiso is back here. The amber in this one is ambergris. So this, to me, this is a very salty fragrance. Very aldehydic, very strange. And this is one of them that I've been wearing this a lot. This is one that changes to me everywhere. Some days it's a little bit more dark and dense. Other days it's bright and uplifting, changing all the time for me. So that's kind of fun. But the notes for this are aldehydes, clary sage, pink pepper, surprise, cardamom, and then in the middle notes you have neroli, Moroccan jasmine, and patchouli. And at the base you have ambergris and immortelle. So this could be challenging for a lot of people, I would say. It does tend to lean a little bit to the older crowd. It's a grown-up fragrance. Let's leave it at that. But you know, it can be playful. It can be youthful with those aldehydes and that salty aspect to it that I do get. Apparently, this uses real ambergris. So Antoine Lee, created this perfume. I think that would this come out 2022 maybe. But I highly enjoy this. Some days it does give me headaches. Other days it uplifts me. It's just a strange relationship that I have with this one right here. But I do highly enjoy it, and I do recommend it. It's very, very nice. And last, this was a tough video to make because I did have to pick 10 only. I try to do one per house, but the 10th spot, I rounded up the experimental cowboy with another, recent-ish acquisition. This is Andy Towers Alcor du Désert, and this has coriander, cumin, patchouli, cedar. Oh yeah, it does have ambergris. I'm going crazy here. Ambergris and resin. I did make a video on this as well. In the video, I didn't seem too excited about this just because it was a first wear. But after I released that video, I think it was like an unboxing actually. After I released that video, I wore this, I think 5 days in a row, which is kind of insane. But this is incredible. Amazing. The only thing that I hate is the sprayers. They're kind of weird. They kind of shoot out in a weird way, but gorgeous, resinous, leathery, spicy. Beautiful masculine fragrance. Stands out. Performance is great. Everything's great about this. I need to try more Tower fragrances because I know he creates some good stuff. Unfortunately, this is the only one I have tried, but we will get to them eventually, right? So that rounds up my top 10 Cowboy recommendations for all different types of categories. Let me know what you guys think. I did have a lot of runner-ups that I was highly considering. Let's go with 3 of them, or maybe more, but Dior's Oud Rosewood could have easily made this list, but I went with Leather Oud instead. Like I said, I'm going to try to do one per brand. For Frederic Malle, I had many options. Somehow I landed on French Lover, but Geranium Pour Monsieur was on there for that fun, bright, sunny day Cowboy. And then we had, I also wanted to put Monsieur on there. Monsieur would have been the perfect fragrance of all of them. I could have had it up here in the front, but I don't have a full bottle for it, so I didn't. And also, it's a tough one to wear for most people. So, but that would be the fragrance, very Cowboy-like, very dark and dense. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I can keep going on forever, but the video is already at 26 minutes. Let me know what you guys think of my list, and let me know in the comments what you would wear or what you think a Cowboy would wear, and that way I can get my hands on it and my nose on it, because I would like to add to this, this category. I do highly enjoy woody fragrances, leathers, incenses, whatever other category or note was in here. I do enjoy. So leave your recommendations below and I will get back to you. Cheers.